Today we are working on a 2004 Lincoln Town Car V8, not the executive model, just the basic. The problem with this one is that it stalled. I thought it was the battery. Turns out it's probably the starter. To get to the starter in these ones is not very easy. We have located the starter. We have already removed the battery. So what we have done is, so here's the battery. Here's where the battery was. Positive terminal. You follow the positive terminal in it. It goes the positive wiring, and right at the bottom, where the crank ends, where the flywheel is, if you could see, there's a red knob all the way underneath there, right about 6 inches, even beyond my finger. There should be the end of that positive terminal that should have the starter. So what we have done is we have jacked up the car, put some stability. You need to go under from here, so I'm using kind of a tarp, and let's see where the starter is. And right here is the starter, so that's what I'm going to remove. So here you see the solenoid and the starter itself. So the solenoid is the one that acts as an actuator in and out, and the starter itself is the actual electric motor. Alright, so these are all number 10 screws, I'm told. So I'm going to see, probably I'm going to use some grease and release chemicals. Probably they're rusty. The car has been sitting here for some time. So here again is the starter, right in here. So give you a perspective of where the starter is. So here's the arms and suspension. And let me come out of here. And that for you is where the Lincoln 2004 Town Car starter is. Sometime since we started the process of removing the starter. I only work on this on weekends. The car has been sitting. The starter is hinged with 3 bolts, and I was able to take out the 2 that was relatively easy to take out, and the third one I don't even see. So what I've done is, in trying to gain access, we have used, in my opinion, a cheaper method but a reliable method, rather than the fancy expensive jacks. What I've done is I've jacked up the car, as you can see, so the tire is removed, and what I'm using is actually bricks. Now these are concrete bricks, full bricks, not bricks that have holes inside or anything. These are full bricks, and I'm using some wood here, and there's a backup right here, and the jack is also being used as a backup, and that's where we are at. Alright, so let's see. Now there was a red cap, as always there is, at the starter, the terminals of the starter rather, and as you may be able to see, and I'm going to point out, I've removed that cap. So right here where the end, so there you go, that's where that end red cap of the starter was. So that's where the terminals connect. In fact, there are 3 terminals in the starter, and I've gone from the bottom and also gone from the top, and the cap was loosened, and as you can see, oh, there you go. So as you can see the terminal with the copper, the green color is the copper rust, and the cap has been removed. So I'm going to attempt to remove the terminals now, both from here and from the bottom. So this is the 2004 Lincoln Town Car V8 starter. It's held by 3 bolts, 2 of them very easy to get, relatively speaking, and the third one I got it out without even ever seeing the bolt. You can't even use a larger ratchet, you can't even use swivel joints. All what I had to use to get very rusty bolt out was this small one. What I did was, so here are the bolts. I had this one fixed up, and what I did was, actually I had some kind of a device in here. I didn't have so much to maneuverability. To this side you get the exhaust manifold, and to this side the engine block. So what I did was, I hinged it up to the exhaust manifold and started pulling it apart like that, and then it broke off. That's how I got it out. Otherwise it would be very hard for you to get it out. Something that I'm rather proud of myself doing. Otherwise I got that bolt out without even ever seeing the bolt. Alright, so that's the story. We are just about to go and get the new starter. I believe the rusty parts are, yeah, that's gone, that's rusty, pretty beat up Lincoln starter. Alright, so we've got a good deal on this model, CarQuest. The starter, manual, everything, it's brand new, that helps. So here's the starter. Oh, it's brand new. Okay, oh, everything looks good. Connections. That's right, get connected. So there we go. Starter going in.